What is up, guys? Welcome back. We got our first big trailer for the Ahsoka series, and we're gonna talk about something that I think most people missed because it was action-packed, of course, jam-packed with a lot of Easter eggs and scenes. But did you notice Darth Vader's breath in the middle of the trailer? To identify this clearly, I'm going to show a small clip of it so that you can hear the sound, and after we hear the sound, we're going to talk about what this actually means, because this, together with Anakin's references, definitely gives credence to a lot of speculation and rumors that have been out there that now kind of seem confirmed by this trailer. Although we have to wait for the series, it was pretty chilling hearing that sound. The moment when we hear the Darth Vader sound is basically when Baylan Skoll tells Ahsoka that Anakin always spoke highly of her. At that moment, this not only ties him with Anakin Skywalker, Baylan and Anakin did have a relationship, it seems, but also about the fallen Jedi Order that he was a part of. It suggests that he was once a Jedi too, of course, sort of a twisted reflection of Ahsoka, how their paths diverged into totally different aspects. Even in the trailer, Baylan does say that we are no Jedi, similar to Ahsoka. It seems that they, together with Ahsoka, had abandoned the Jedi Order long ago, and probably being fed up with the organization, not being satisfied. Essentially a similar tale to Ahsoka, but as I said previously, a divergent path where Ahsoka did still have the light in her. Seems that Baylan went a different route and came to this point where he is probably working with Grand Admiral Thrawn, and it seems like he is a total Darksider by now. During that time when Baylan and Ahsoka meet, when you hit around the 145 mark in the trailer, you will hear Darth Vader's ominous breathing. It casts a shadow over Ahsoka, who just responds by saying she's not here to talk about the past.
Anakin spoke highly of you. Anakin spoke highly of you.
But here's the thing, folks, Ahsoka might not have a choice in the matter when her Star Wars show releases on August. She's got a history to unravel, of course, possibly through some flashbacks, as we've seen with Dave Filoni's works. He isn't above that, and as she makes peace with her past to move forward, this might reveal what actually went down after her epic duel with Darth Vader in the animated show Star Wars Rebels, when she refused to abandon him on Malachor after realizing he was her old master, now completely consumed by the dark side. It's clear from Star Wars Rebels that Ahsoka carried a lot of guilt over Anakin's downfall. This was evident in her facial expressions, even in animated form. She wasn't there to steer him clear of the dark side during Revenge of the Sith, and that guilt seems to have stuck around. So imagine the impact of a live-action reenactment of Ahsoka's face-off with Darth Vader to kick off the new series in the first and second episode. By now, Disney Plus have realized a formula. They always release not one episode, but 2 episodes together to start off a series. This always kind of means something. There's an arc to these 2, and in the case of Andor, 3 episode premieres. It symbolizes that we might see more than we anticipated. Well, with that in mind, and with the Darth Vader quote-unquote cameo in this trailer, picture this. The opening sequence of the first episode takes us back to that unforgettable face-off between Ahsoka and Darth Vader on Malachor from the Season 2 finale of Star Wars Rebels. That would be an epic start to this series. Episode 1 starts with Ahsoka meeting Darth Vader for the first time, and then Episode 2 might start off with the aftermath of that duel, how Ahsoka and Vader went on their separate ways. Now, you have to remember that that was an intense duel, especially considering the strong bond between Anakin and Ahsoka, given their history. In the Rebels finale, Ahsoka, Ezra, and Kanan Jarrus find themselves on Malachor, the Sith planet, and ended up squaring off against Maul and the Empire's Inquisitors, even Darth Vader. So it's heartbreaking when Ahsoka initially denies that Vader could be Anakin, but then they clash in an adrenaline-pumping lightsaber duel where Ahsoka manages to partially unmask Vader, revealing Anakin's scarred face. This has already happened in the Obi-Wan series. It would echo that moment again. It would be very cool to see that iconic moment from Star Wars Rebels where Anakin's and Vader's voice are intermingling, to see that again in live action. The live action series could also explain the outcome of their battle, because in the beginning it was ambiguous when we first saw Ahsoka go down that tunnel with that epic score as season 2 ended, and it was a long time before we realized what actually happened. We didn't know that it was Ezra who saved Ahsoka during those crucial moments. Again, another connection why it would be genius to start off the series like this, because we immediately make a connection with the world between worlds. We know by watching the trailers and some screenshots here and there, they will feature this version as well in the live action. The world between worlds will play a crucial role in this series too. First off, I want to say that launching the show with a high-octane lightsaber battle between Ahsoka and Vader, recreated in live action again, would be an absolute crowd pleaser. I don't know if anybody would complain if the series started that way. It would also set the stage for Ahsoka's journey, let's be frank, especially for those who might need a Rebels refresher or haven't seen the Clone Wars or Rebels at all. It will tie all the fandom together. By adding a touch of narration from Ahsoka maybe, or tweaking the dialogue a bit, the show could succinctly establish the complex relationship between Anakin and Ahsoka, her departure from the Jedi Order, and her heartbreaking reunion on Malachor. So this live-action scene would be a fantastic way to catch up viewers unfamiliar with Ahsoka's backstory and to reflect on her emotional state. As we've seen, of course, in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, she is still impacted by her duel with Vader. This would also solidify rumors that have been circulating for a year, more than a year now, about the return of Anakin Skywalker in the Ahsoka series. That's right, we might see Hayden Christensen himself reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader in this series as he did in the Obi-Wan series. We know this because in 2021, The Hollywood Reporter suggested that Hayden Christensen would make a comeback in Star Wars through Ahsoka after his performance in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. His return in the series opener, recreating the Ahsoka Vader duel, could pave the way for more appearances, maybe as a Force ghost or in flashbacks to his time as Ahsoka's master in the Clone Wars. Either way, these rumors might prove to be extremely concrete, because Hayden Christensen, in some way or another, is coming back in the Ahsoka series. It won't just be an Obi-Wan Kenobi series one-off, and as he has commented himself, he wants to be back involved in Star Wars in some form or fashion. Let's not forget that this also helps simplify the concept of the world between worlds for those who haven't watched Star Wars Rebels. Again, we always think that we are the fandom, we know everything, but there are newcomers to the series, to these Star Wars films, movies, series, whatever it is. They don't know jack squat, so the world between worlds is a mystical realm where the newcomers will realize why it is so important and why all this ties in together. Do you guys think these rumors are true, and would an epic start off of the series between Vader and Ahsoka really give you the chills? Would you want to see that? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.